Old Trafford holds its breath. Del Piero shapes to burst inside. The red and black number 3 turns his body and guides him toward the touchline. No slide, no crunch, just silence in a stolen yard. That little turn is the point of this whole story. He tackled more with his mind than his boots. He solved the problem before it became a tackle. That is Paolo Maldini. This is how one defender changed the idea of defending. Not the destroyer, the chess player. Positioning, patience, and pride. And the nights that proved it. He was born on 26 June 1968, the son of Cesare Maldini. The boy grew up around a standard of calm and care. On 20 January 1985, he was 16 and called from the bench against Udinese. He did not panic. He opened his hips to receive. His first touch went away from pressure. Coaches saw clues that day. His game would be about angles, not lunges. About the first step, not the last one. Here is the twist that forged his habits. He was right-footed. He played on the left for his prime years. Arrigo Sacchi and then Fabio Capello liked what that gave the back four. It forced his body to turn side on. He would show wingers outside toward his stronger foot. He made the line his friend. He made the touchline an extra teammate. At Milanello, he learned a clean way to defend. Discipline before duels. Distances before tackles. The drills were simple and hard. Where to stand, when to shuffle, how far the next defender should be. Sacchi and Capello taught a back four to move like one rope. Zonal defending, the offside line, no chasing shirts all over the place. Keep your shape, step together, squeeze space. It worked. From May 1991 to March 1993, Milan went 58 league games unbeaten. In 1991 to 1992, they did not lose, and they let in 21 goals in 34 games. In 1993 to 1994, they let in 15 in 34. Then came Athens in 1994. Barcelona's dream team walked in with stars and swagger. Milan were missing big names. The red and black line stayed calm. Step, hold, step again. Forwards ran offside. Passes died in tight gaps. Milan won 4-0. Maldini was a left back on the team sheet. In the game, he tucked in and kept perfect distances. Romario and Stoichkov found no room to turn. This is where we zoom in on the craft. His first rule was simple. Delay first, decide second. Do not dive in. He would guide the attacker into help. He would wait for the teammate to arrive. He bought time, and time won the ball. He read the lane more than the boots. He watched the ball, the hips, and the next pass. Then he stepped into the path. Interceptions were his tackle. The touchline was not paint to him. It was a fence. He showed the attacker there and shut the door with his body. Hips open so he could see man and ball at once. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The best tackles are the ones you never have to make. He never said that line on a stage, but he lived it for 20 years. Then the shape of his job changed. In the 2000s, under Carlo Ancelotti, he slid inside to center back. Slower legs, sharper brain. He guided the line with his arms and his voice. He set little traps. He took the first touch out clean and calmed the team. That is how you stretch a prime without a sprint meter. He played 902 times for one club. That is not luck. That is judgment. Every minute. Now we go back to Old Trafford, 2003. Juventus across from them for the Champions League. It went to extra time. It stayed 0-0. Del Piero pulled wide. Trezeguet stepped in. The red and black line held its rope. Maldini's body stayed side on. He showed the outside. He waited for help. He picked off the pass that looked safe a second earlier. He was 35 and he took man of the match. Then he lifted the cup as captain. 2 years later came the wild one. Istanbul, 2005. A free kick from the right. He was 36. He read the seam. He slipped to the spot just as the ball arrived. Volley. Goal in 50 seconds. It is still the fastest goal in a Champions League final. Even his big attacking moment was about timing. Milan lost that night, and it hurt. But that run tells you who he was. He saw it first. Athens, 2007. Same stage, new calm. He was 38 years and 331 days old. One of the oldest outfielders to start and win that final. Liverpool pressed early. He took the first touch clean. He played the angle that broke the press. He managed the line with simple steps. He wore the armband. Milan lifted the cup. Timing and shape do not age. For Italy, he carried the same quiet weight. 126 caps from 1988 to 2002. Captain of the Azzurri. Runner-up at the World Cup in 1994. Runner-up at the Euros in 2000. He played 2,217 minutes at World Cups. That is the most by any player. No trophy there, but his discipline let Italy suffer in order. Deep block, few clear chances, smart pain. Recognition came anyway, even in an era that loved goals. He finished third in the Ballon d'Or in 1994. He did it again in 2003. He won 7 league titles, 5 European crowns, 647 Serie A games for Milan, 902 matches for one club. They retired the number 3 in 2009 with a promise. It is kept for a future Maldini. Pride passed on, not just a shirt. Back to the craft, because this is the heart of it. Picture a 1-against-1 on the left flank. He turns his chest toward the line. He keeps a half step inside. He invites the attacker to drive where the help is. Now think of passing lanes as doors. He stood with his body blocking the nearest door. The pass looked open, but it was not. When the ball left the boot, he arrived first. Interception. No tackle. He played for Milan from 1984 to 2009. Across those years, he changed roles without changing self. On the left, he cut off the dribble. In the middle, he cut off the pass. In both places, he won by being early, not fast. He earned trust with the first pass out. In big games, the first clean pass is a deep breath for the whole team. He would take the ball on the back foot. He would angle his hips to show 2 options. He would pick the safe one that still broke a line. Think back to that Juventus moment. A crowd holds its breath. You can feel a tackle coming. It never comes. The winger runs out of road. The pass is late. The ball is Milan's. The stadium roars, and it is not for a crunch. It is for an idea. Today's fullbacks and center-backs still study those angles. Not the slides, the shapes, how to use the touchline, how to block a pass with your shadow, how to buy time, how to win a duel without a scar. If this brought back why you love the game, subscribe to Inkpitch. We tell football's greatest stories, hand-drawn. There are more legends, more nights, more quiet details on the channel. Drop a like if you enjoyed this one. Stay with us, and we will see you at the next kickoff.